it. So first and foremost, I'm really happy that I really actually made this happen. This has been a project for many months, but let's just get to it. We're at the mountains right now, and that has to do with the story I want to tell you. But also, I want to take this time to really talk about discipline, because I feel like that's a core that it has been required in anything that I do, and it helped bring everything else to its place. And I wasn't really grown up in too much of a disciplined household, but when after the prophecy of 2012, I meet God after 2 years, and he actually asked me to give something away that I was doing daily, and I cut it overnight. And after that, I've been just experimenting and just cutting little things off on the daily, maybe these bad habits or even what we want to do, but it isn't that healthy for us, or it's just these little things, addiction and so on. But I feel that doing those things really brought me into my strengths and really cleared my mind, and through that I've grown the mindset that I can just do anything, and no obstacle is big enough for me. So it's crazy, because once you do these little things, you cut these little things off, doing the big things might not be possible no more. Like, of course, selling everything, going to 2 bags and just leaving, flying 560 miles away is not an easy task to do. It took me months to just get up and go, but I'm really happy that I did. And I started a couple of years ago just doing these things. I would just like drinking sodas, milk, eating just because I would feel a little stomach pain, or I would just get bubbles up, or I would stop eating the food that isn't really food. We all did that at some point, and I would just cut eating meat, coming from that guy who used to eat the steaks and bacon every day, and I would just always tie these things up to the reward instead. So I would just think about the feeling that I would get afterwards. I would just burn that steak in my stomach for hours and hours. And even drinking, I used to be a DJ, so you can pretty much drink as much as you want for free, and you can keep your job as long as you can stand up. So I wasn't a heavy drinker, but I still wasn't. I just realized that this is not where the energy comes from. This is not where I get the stage charisma when I'm playing and jumping on the roofs and stuff. And I would just rather drive to work than just spend 2 hours after every night just being in a bus full of drunken people, and I would just tie my mind around these things that the reward is what I'm after, not what I have to give in return. So even like easy tasks like doing your dishes, I would see a dirty sink full of dishes, and I would just instead think of the clean sink. As a perfectionist, I would just love when everything's neat and tidy, so I would just think about that. And then doing the work is not that hard anymore, because you know what you're after. And I think we just gotta just gotta acknowledge these things that we are going after. So whatever you're trying to build, you know what's the reward after you do the hard work. So this has been the most important thing that I kind of built up to my mind's chemistry, and after that everything else has been at least easier to get myself around. But I said that I want to tell you a story, and this thing just changed my life. And see, I was talking about God telling me all these things, and if you didn't see my other video, go check that out, because it really lays out the foundation for what I'm about and what changed me and where I'm at right now. But we're back in LA, so I came here around 3 months ago or something, and the first 2 weeks I'm staying in North Hollywood at these friends that I didn't even really know them that well, but it's something when you just can connect on that godly level, and you can really talk about what's going through, what you're going through in life. And I just went honest and told everything, like, this was not my idea. God told me to come to US. I don't know too many people around here. Could you help me? And that's literally how a lot of things been happening, and I'm really thankful. So I'm at the crib, I'm sleeping on the couch. I have no plans really how it's gonna go down, but for now I just have this place to sleep, lay my head at, and how God is working with me and how He's talking and interfering with everything that I do. Basically, he's getting involved in the little things. Like, He might just say, watch this movie, or do this little thing, or talk to that person, or you're gonna do something with this guy. And there's been a lot of that. So this wasn't anything really new, but this one just blew my mind. So I really want to talk it through in detail, just let you know how it went down. And it was really me taking a blindfolded leap of faith, and I'm really happy that I did so. But we're at the crib, I'm scrolling Netflix, I'm just like thinking of any movies that I could watch, and I'm scrolling, and God tells me to watch this movie. And at that moment I was just like, I'm not feeling like that's the vibe I'm trying to get into today, so I just scrap it and watch something else instead. A week later, back at the screen, I'm scrolling, and God tells me again, like, remember, I told you to watch that movie, why aren't you listening? And then I'm just like, you know what, like, I don't even know why I'm going against you. Like, you showed me all of this shit, they're arguing about these little things. So I end up watching that movie. The movie's called Into the Wild, and it's not really about the movie or like whatever God is asking me to do. It always has this I've learned. It's always about the feeling that I get after this, or like the motivation I get from this, or something that just sticks in my head. So of course this movie was all about just going into the wild, and after the movie I get hella inspired. I'm just like, yes, like, it's beautiful, I want to go out there. And God is speaking to me. He's like, alright, tomorrow we're going out, we're going into the wild. So I'm like, alright, I'm ready, let's go, let's get it. And I try to go to sleep. I can't sleep for 2 hours or something. I'm just rolling in my bed, and I just pick up my iPad up, I go on Google, I start doing my research on where should I go. So I come across this blog, and it has like 10 different hidden gems of California, where to go camping, because I'm not really a person that wants to go to an established campsite. I just want to go middle of nowhere and just be at it. So this was what I was looking for. So I'm reading at this list, it has like 10 different things, no pictures, no nothing, just descriptions. And I'm reading this down, and it's maybe the 5th one or something, and I just get this bump again, like, yo, this is where we're going. And I'm like, yes, it's sounding really nice, I'd love to go there. And Then I read a little bit down, and it says like, take exit 57 from Sacramento. And instantly I'm like, what? Sacramento? That I know that's gotta be far. So I look it up from the map, and I'm right. It's from LA. It's about 8 hours drive, and I'm like, well, you know what? I don't care. Let's get it. And earlier, when I got to LA, during the first weeks already, I just realized that I really need to get a car. Like, there's just no way around it. Like, in LA, you just gotta have, you need to have proper transportation. So I was really stressing about it. I was really trying to set these deals up to just hustle my way to get a car somewhere, do some trades, maybe I go shoot some drone stuff for these people or whatever. I tried different types, just referrals. I'm ready to do this, you know, run ads for these people, because I do all bunch of digital stuff. So God is just telling me that, come on, don't do this, don't get on this level. Like, I'll get you a car, don't worry about it. And of course, what I do, I'll just start stressing about it. I'm just, you know, trying to actively just trying to change everything, just do it. And again, God is just to me like, yo, I told you that you don't have to worry about it, I'll get you a car. And I'm just like, all right, you're a boss, just show me. And literally the next day, we're at the pool, we're talking with my friend, and she's just like, you know, for my trip, because we were going to this long vacation, you could maybe hold on to my car if you would maybe drive me up to San Francisco airport, because her flight was leaving from there. So I was like I'm grown up in the tour life. Driving is nothing to me, so I'm like, of course I can drive you. And then let's hop back to after I watch this movie. I'm ready to go into the wild. I'm getting this car on Tuesday, and I'm waking up to Sunday morning. This is 2 nights before I'm supposed to get this car, and God wants me to leave. And I'm like, you know, Sacramento is right next to San Francisco. Could I just wait 2 days and go to this place you're talking about? And he's like, no, we're going today. So I do everything to get a car. I search rentals. I call a bunch of places. I call my friends up. Could I borrow a car? Everything is having some problems with their vehicle, or like the insurance isn't right, or just all of these things. And you know, you in the US, you're under 25. You don't have a credit card because you don't like being in heavy debts, and just having an international license. All of these things make everything so difficult. But I can't get a car, and I'm already getting frustrated. The day's already going. We're like 6 p.m. already, and I had packed everything in the morning. I was just ready to go, and I'm thinking about like, why is this not happening? You told me that like we're going, like I'm doing everything I can. And my friends come back to the house, and they're like, how about if you take a 10-hour bus to Sacramento? Because I told them in the morning that, you know, I'll see you later, I'm gonna go to Sacramento today. And they come back, they tell me that, and in my mind I'm going, no way I'm taking no 10-hour bus. And at the same time, God is just like, yo, that's your bus, go take it. And I just immediately changed my mind. I was like, yo, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna take that bus. I'm gonna go to Sacramento. I'm gonna get to it like it was told to do. And so midnight, I hop on this bus. I'm in there for 5 hours. I switch into a train that goes for another 5 hours. And in the morning, I wake up Sacramento train station. I have like no idea where I'm at, and I'm like, there's no way for me to go to this place with an Uber or something. So I'm again searching for a car, trying to go to these services and get a car. Like, I had the money for the car, but I just can't get it from anywhere. And I'm really like ready to pay like big bucks to get a car just for 2 nights. And I'm really getting frustrated. This is not happening the way I figured it would. And I'm getting hungry, so I'm just like, I'm gonna check this vegan place out, take an Uber down there, go and eat a nice little lunch. And I'm in there for many hours, and God asked me to do this one thing, and it somehow took me forever to ask from this one person, and the answer ends up being no. And I'm like, why would you even ask me to do something if it's not gonna happen? And they closed the restaurant. I'm out. I'm like, you know what, let me just take over this thing, go on top of things, and I'm gonna take a ride down to the forest area. I take an Uber to the Whole Foods next to these forests, and I'm gonna figure it out later. So I go into the shop, I'm getting all the supplies ready. I'm at the registers, and I ask this my cashier, and suddenly there's like 5-6 workers around me, and they're all telling me about these places where to go, because I asked them, like, I told them, like, literally, I'm with Uber, like, I have no idea where I should go. Could you guys help? And they're really being helpful. They're just giving me all these places, like, oh, this is a nice place, I've been here before, like, you should go here, like. And I was really telling a little bit of my story, how I just sold everything and came to the US. And they're like, that's really inspiring, and they hope that for the best. And I leave. I gotta go get cash from the ATM. So on the other end of the parking lot, there's a Bank of America, and I walk there. I go and lift my cash up, and this is where the whole thing turns around. Behind me, the same cashier at my register, this girl shows behind me. Her name is Kayla, and she asks, like, she goes like, you know, I was wondering if you would need a ride, so at least I could maybe take you to the nearest lake or something. And that's when I'm like, oh damn, God, I see you. So I'm like, yes, let's do it. I throw my stuff in her car. We're in the car. We're driving like 20 minutes towards this lake, and it's not really what I expected, and it's not really what I came looking for. It's not. I didn't come all the way to here to go to this basic spot. That's just, you know, you pay out there, you have all these, the fireplace and the bathrooms. This is not what I came looking for. I really came to look for adventure, to be alone in the wild and just be in the middle of nowhere. And I kind of expressed that, and we started looking for something else. And on that ride, we somehow end up talking about God. And the conversation is going, and she's like, you know what, let me just take you to my favorite spot. Like, I really feel like that you should be here. And we end up driving for 2 hours. And of course the time has been going through the day already, and it's getting dark already, and we drive up the hill to this mountain. We're like 30,000 feet above the ground, and it's looking way beautiful. This is really nice. And she's about to leave me there, and her car gets stuck. So we work on that car for another 30 minutes, and the sun is just going down and down and down and down. And this is different up here, like how it just gets dark so fast. And we end up getting the car unstuck. So she's on her way. She's like, I hope I see you later, and I might even come pick you up after you're done with this. And she just leaves. I'm in there. It's already getting so dark. I'm like literally putting my tent up on this side of this dirt road with a flashlight. I'm just putting everything down. I've never been in the wilderness in the USA, so I don't even know what's out there. So I'm just putting it right there, set my tent up, I go in, and I go to sleep right away. So I wake up in the middle of the night. It's like 3 a.m. I gotta take a lead. So I gotta face whatever is out there. Take my flashlight, I open the tent door, and I go in there and I watch. I look up. Everything's so dark, but I see these most amazing stars. It's just diamonds in the sky, and out there in the El Dorado I was in, you can even see the Milky Way, and it just looked so beautiful. After that, I just understood how you guys go stargazing and so on. But I'm kind of scared too, because I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's dark. I'm nowhere near any people. It's just out there in the middle of nowhere. But I don't consider myself too religious, and there's a lot of things wrong in religion nowadays. And my foundation in my relationship with God is that I go direct, and that's something I'm really blessed about, and I believe that we can all have that personal relationship with God. But I do read the Bible, and I find myself sometimes reading it, and sometimes the things they be on point. And I have this app that gives me this verse a day. And I'm really kind of, it's dark out there, and like reading this thing, and it says something about, do not fear, like you're just staying on my palm, like I take care of you, and like you don't have to worry about anything. I make sure that you're good, and I really get calm, and it's all peaceful after that. I have no worries about it no more, and I go back to sleep, and in the morning I wake up. That's when I really see the beauty of this place. Amazing. I hike up this mountaintop. I go there. I take a little breakfast up there. I'm like, that's where I need to have my camp in. So I go back to my tent. I pack everything down. I put this big ass backpack that I had. I just grab everything. I go in there and I set my tent on this mountaintop. And this is amazing. This is like the most beautiful view I've ever seen in my life, and this thing just moves me so much, that how God told me to just watch a movie, and after following these steps without knowing how it's gonna go down, this is where I end up. So I'm just grateful about that. I'm just thankful in there. I feel so blessed. So I end up writing about it. And mind you, this was a time when I was really quiet about it. Like God started talking to me 4 years ago, and I literally told my mom like a year ago about how everything happened, and I really been silent about it. And I learned that God is gonna start asking you for things way before you're ready, and because he just knows the exact moment when you're gonna say yes. So that's why he's gonna start asking these things way earlier, because he knows that's gonna take time, and just how he knows everything. Like this is how I learn. Like he tells me the future. He tells me to do this. He tells me how everything's gonna fold out, and it always has. This is why I'm talking about it. There's just no way. Like if I'm silent about it, I'm just, this life I've always wanted to be just kind for everybody. I want it to be selfless, and it's going to take time, and I just want to spread the love and, be the change in this world and lead by example. So this is just me taking the first steps. So I write it all down, and I tell everybody about it. This is when I start telling my friends about it, just openly. I don't care no more. Even you, like, I've been thinking about a lot of things that, they're gonna think this of you. They're gonna say this. They're gonna say that God is not real. I don't care no more. When you see something, when you go through these things, there's just no point for you to deny these things no more. So I'm up on this mountain. I'm enjoying my time. I'm in there alone in the middle of nowhere for 2 nights, and it gets wild because this girl that brought me here, she actually agrees to come pick me up. I didn't even expect that she would do such a thing, and she's in there with her boyfriend. They come pick me up like 6 a.m. when the sun rises, and they live like an hour away, so they gotta leave by 5. They probably woke up like 4 or something, and they're really there. And I just feel blessed, like, cause I was like ready to go hitchhiking, or just like there's barely no service in the mountain. I'm just like, God brought me here, I'm just gonna figure it out. I have no worries about it. And they come pick me up, and they agreed to drive me back to Sacramento, where I should get my bus to this train station. And there's a little bit of traffic, not too bad, but we still end up missing the bus. So they're like, we're kind of in a hurry too, but we're gonna get you as far as we can. And we end up driving for another 2 hours, and we get to this train station right on time. I'm in there, I walk in, I go to this clerk, I buy my ticket, I walk out. 30 minutes, I'm in there. The train is right here, and I ride that train down to Fresno for another 2 hours. And my friend and me, we meet at the same time. We're both, my train or her car, we're there at the same time. And San Francisco, we drive up there, I take them to the airport, I get this car for another 10 weeks. And I just feel mega blessed. Everything's going really nice. I'm just so happy about how I took this amazing leap of faith, and I just went into the unknown, and this is what I got to experience. So really do train that discipline, because that's the foundation. Discipline is foundation for everything you want to build out in this world. Whether it's you want to build out your empire, you want to do your music, you want to do this art, whatever there is you want to do, self-discipline is the core. And that's why I wanted to talk about it first before we get into anything else, because that's literally the foundation that I grew everything with. So God is gonna take you into these amazing spots if you just take that leap. So guys, just be legendary while you're still young, and the greatest leaders lead by example. And I'll see you later. This is gonna continue on. Be blessed.